Coach, talk to us about this week of preparation. How you feeling? Just from my perspective, the last seven days, you guys have really got your stuff tied down.
Yeah, I mean we're starting to get comfortable with everything, with the full package, and it's tough preparing for this opponent, not knowing exactly like with their personnel, and you're watching the Boise State stuff and trying to get our guys, but they're executing multiple different things at a high level, starting to get to where it's about game ready now.
How do you prep for a QB that's got 21 career passes?
It's not easy. You're just anticipating him to be good. Like you're expecting them guys to be good. Like what film they do have. Like he's gone out there and made plays, and he went there for a reason. So we're anticipating him to be good and to be a problem. And in game, we're gonna have to be great in game at figuring out how they're attacking us, how they're using their personnel, and be ready to adjust.
What kind of scheme do they run? What do you expect to see from them?
Actually, they're kind of similar to our offense. A lot of motion shifts. They're trying to get you, a ton of eye candy, and then run games. They got the counters, they got stretches, they got the split stretches. So I mean, they do a good job with the motions and shifts to kind of try to get your eyes out of your gap, and then run the football. Like they want to be physical, and he wants to run the football. So we got to be good at stopping the run and bowing up front.
I feel like over the last week or so, communication on the back end significantly better than the beginning of fall camp.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Like it's getting better every day. Guys are getting more and more comfortable, and making sure that they're communicating. So we're getting there, and those guys are starting to communicate and talk at a high level.
At this point, have you seen a guy or two that you can count on to be that leader on the field?
Yeah, like I look in the linebacker room, like with the Dez and the Jalen and even Dez, Jalen, and even Trey. All three of those guys are good leaders. In the back end, I'd say Jay Jones and Caraway are the two guys that lead us in the back end, and then so I'd say those guys are going to be the vocal leaders on the defense. More coming from that linebacker room to hold the whole defense together.
Can you talk a little bit about the camp Jalen Williams has had?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a good job. Like he's been where he's. I just can't wait for him to let it loose on game day and see him make plays on game day. So that's what I'm excited for. All these guys really like see when the lights are on and we got the bright lights on us. Let's see what we're made of. Who can go out there and make some plays? So I'm excited to see that.
When you take the field against Kentucky Saturday night, what's kind of going to be your final message to your team?
The final message is just do your job. Don't go out there and try to be a superhero. Do your job one play at a time. Make sure my eyes are where they're supposed to be, and be in the right spots, and then the plays will come to you. And when the plays come to you, make it. You don't have to go out there and try to freak out or anything. Do your job, read your keys, be in the right spot, and then make the plays when they come to you.
When you look at the depth chart, it's like graduate, senior, and then freshman Will James.
Yeah, you gotta love it, right? And there's going to be, and the depth chart's going to be fluid throughout the years. Because like there's going to be stuff that happens, so we got guys that we're counting on, and whether they're young or old doesn't matter. At this point, they're all old, so we're going to count on them like he's a veteran.
Can you speak to any depth pieces that have come on for you, late?
At safety especially, I think Sab is starting to get healthy and starting to communicate at a high level. Both of those two are getting back, coming off of injuries to where we can count on them. So that's been good to see.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yep.